to protect your soul.
Welcome back, everybody, to the VCT Game Changers Academy presented by Gen.G. All right, our second matchup of today is well underway. Map 1 has completed, and that is a 13-4 finish for Gen.G as we move in then to our second map versus their opponents, 24 Haven. So, a little update for what the off stream game is kind of like right now. Don't know if anyone's able to catch that, but I believe it's a very tight one, and it's got nothing to lose. Maybe by now they're even tied. The game could be won by nothing to lose, or it's tied up with happening right now versus that matchup. And so if you guys know in chat, let us know. Give us some updates on that. We would love to hear it. So that one's very tight. All right, so map number 2 for these two right here, Gen.G versus 24 Haven is going to be Haven. I first caught myself. I was like, wait a second. 24 Haven, do you think they like that map? Well, let's find out to see how good they are on this next map coming up, because Haven needs to win this if they want to stay in this to have a shot. Take it to map number 3. So it's looking like I would think we're going to dive on in. I suppose. Yeah, let's do it. Guys, hey, it's map number 2, Haven. Let's go.
Yo. Let's see if 24 Haven can do well on their namesake. Or I assume it's their namesake.
I don't know.
What else would it be?
I know. Yeah, maybe they just had too many Haven maps, 24, and they were like, yeah, let's go with that.
Wonder, you can think up a lot of weird things as to why they call themselves what they do. Like Gen.G Team Bumble. Why Bumble? It's cute. It's adorable. I love it. And I guess it kind of goes like their color theme, like Bumblebee.
Well, that's their sponsor's sake.
Yeah, well, that is the easiest answer. You ruined my game.
Oh, sorry. Were you gonna have like a thing? My bad.
I was gonna go totally wacky, and you're like, "There's a very reasonable explanation, Zombie Grub." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. I mean, you could still do it, but yeah. Well, with Gen.G already, the picks coming out quite quick. We do see the typical Lynn, Jet, Tyree, Astra, but we have KO coming out. No, you wanted to see one of those. So on Haven, those are bound to be scary, but 24 Haven opting to do a double duelist run, again with an Astra, and well, this pretty much looks like their last map comp, except we have Cypher instead of a Killjoy.
A little bit of a change up. I guess I mean similar in their roles, but see what it means on Haven, I guess. I love seeing KO. I think he's a really fun character. We did already see a little bit of that. It's actually used in the last map, or the last match rather.
Right. I would love to see some synergy between the KO and Astra. We used to see some synergy with Killjoy before in our Nano Storm, but maybe with Molly, they'll be able to make some magic happen. Already making their way well towards the C site.
They're having the Cypher cover their backs, basically, as that C site is already getting the plants. And now we have 24 Haven rotating around. First, actually going to be, I think, finding Hannah here. Seems inevitable. Are they looking the right way? In time, they are. So Chow takes that down. Now they can go ahead and go for the retake. They head in through garage. Lily's looking that way, covering it to the best of her ability to dash in, though, and then a headshot. It is going to be fights all around. Down 2-2. Tyrene gonna get one. And Chow is very low, so a gut shot's gonna end her life. That is Gen.G taking a round in the second one. It's probably gonna happen.
A gut shot indeed. 4K with a ghost. Can't feel good, but 24 Haven is at least learning from what happened the last map. You can see that they were being very mindful that flanks could come to try to destroy their retake. At least able to take care of that. But when you have Tyree being pretty clutch like that, it's gonna be that much more difficult. So this time on the other side of the map, looks like they actually have the right site this time.
Ew. some dirty fights with Carly taking 2.
One enemy remaining.
One's already on the site, so they don't even need the site. They're just gonna clear everyone up here. Flawless. I already kind of shadowed that this might happen, you know, the 2 right after the 1. Happens in Valorant, but finding them all locked in a cage almost and just mowing them down one by one.
A mow down would be the appropriate description, even though they did have the read on which site it would be. Not able to make a dent, really, nonetheless, because they were mowed down with those specters. So with the confidence of that, oh, that's so cute. They're jumping with the spray. Hopefully that will allow them to have some momentum to go against this A push.
Stacked up and trying to meet Gen.G head on. Didn't really work that way, so back a bit. More patient, nice and safe, some room to escape if it ends up that Gen.G is trying to bulldoze into A, which I mean it's their intention to go to A, but they're proper scouting for it. Lynn's gonna come in around, gonna kind of kill despite the blinds.
Spike down A.
Pick up the gun as well. We have 3-3 as the plants happen. Certainly doable for 24 Haven. Although a lot less doable as Lynn finds 2 more. Just needs to clean up the last one.
Will they let her have the ace is the question at the moment. Definitely set up for it. Gonna be the first point of contact if she decides to go onto site. Let's see. There we go.
You should have seen your faces.
Oh, that's a cool, what is that thing called? A kill animation or whatever it is?
Yeah. Just the icing on top of the ace. Gotta make you feel good. And able to win against 24 Haven's bonus. So 24 Haven's economy definitely took a hit with that. You see that they're doing a bit of a save round as a consequence. So Gen.G looking real good for the start of this map. And yeah, the C site seems to be the play.
Got a little martial action in here. Lana finds one cell and is in control of, I guess, the gun. I mean, the area might have been a little lost, but it's not where Gen.G wants to head anyways, as they kind of fan out, start thinking of other avenues of attack.
Right. They're already pressed up on the A site, trying to make sure they don't get put into there. It's interesting that Lily spotted no one on the C site. So, oh, okay. So they're ending up on the C site with that bit of information.
Say, if they do try and head over into A, there's a couple of members of 24 Haven kind of waiting for that. Now it's going to turn into, well, an attempted flank, I suppose. Still has the sniper involved. Can't find any more kills quite yet, though. The spike actually goes down. I mean, not really a flank from 24 Haven. They are going to try and come together to retake 4-4.
One enemy remaining.
God, none of these fights are going the way of 24 Haven. Gen.G once again just have to find out Chow. Chow again gets found out. He's 24 Haven down 4 rounds. I mean, this is not nearly as hopeful as the last map started.
Most definitely not as hopeful. Gen.G seem to have picked things up. You can see the KO utility making these site approaches much easier. So the knives, you can see, able to kind of get the information they need on which site is empty or has a significant presence.
Get out of my way!
And already popping things out quite early.
Oh, the knives. Beat out the sniper. To start things off in favor of Gen.G, Lunafuck looking for anything with the Hunter's Fury and finds Zilch. Since, you know, Gen.G is still pretty far back, actually now headed over into C, where we do have the Cypher, you know, position to be able to scout this out, inform the team, and hopefully get them in proper positions to at least try for a retake. That'd be what it's coming down to.
But the Cosmic Divide is up, gonna make the retake that much more difficult. Not able to get the bullets through, so we're gonna have to flash their way into sight.
Make it a lot more difficult.
Enemy
Accidentally
kill.
runs into Lynn, and then
remaining.
Lynn runs brazenly through to find another kill. And then she's got knives coming from behind. Poor Chow. She's always like the lone survivor in a horror movie. And this is not a horror movie that ends well.
Okay, so something very interesting happened that last round, and if it was intentional, this is the biggest brain thing I've seen in a long time. So the cosmic divide was placed just off the angle of the entry, and so every time Slandy was trying to flash into sight, it didn't penetrate. So no one was blind in their approach. So she was thinking people were blind, but they weren't. The flashes just kept going into the wall. Oh, wow, that was quite impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
You are powerless.
I
And
got a
the
couple.
KOL coming out.
Well, going to be a trade here as far as the shots go down. Tyre is going to go for the plants. Come down a little bit. All that. I mean, 24 even. They've had some time to think through a possible retake. This really hasn't been able to happen. This one's starting off a bit better, however.
Yikes.
3-2. Lynn's starting to really pop off though in this particular map. Already 11 kills.
One enemy remaining.
Tyre also helping her out. That's gonna be a cleanup.
Right, they were at a woman advantage, but when you have people like Lynn left on the board, it's just that much more difficult. And
BYB fam. Going to
looks like a tactical pause coming out from 24 Haven. That's a good call. We want to make sure things don't get too far in the other direction before you have a chance to talk things out. Because Gen.G has been playing this map beautifully. The KO has been making so much impact. Tyre, as usual, being quite impactful with the Astra. Again, I talked about the cosmic divide worked out quite well in their favor. So yeah, things looking in the direction of Gen.G for this map.
What we expected, or I expected from the first map, was just, Gen.G to go up 6 rounds to 0. Sort of like our last series first map with Just Breathe. But 24 Haven actually had a lot to say about it. Actually got a few rounds early on in the last map of this series, and then did let it go. They ultimately lost, and by a fair margin. But none of those really felt like it was so one-sided. These, I mean, yeah, of course they don't start off with any rounds for them, so 24 Haven doesn't have that going for them. But also the rounds they are losing this time do feel like it's like, okay, maybe Gen.G have found their groove, and this is going to be perhaps a stomp that I might have expected. I don't want it to be. I would love 24 Haven to fix some things up or have a better time around if they could get to the other side on the attackers, but that's a long ways away. Still got to play out this round. Let's hope that pause helped their mentality.
Hopefully, 24 Haven able to get some information. We saw a dart coming out. And we do have, again, a Cypher, which is pretty much the king of information, on their side. And Gen.G taking things a bit slower this half. So 24 Haven will have to get this information. That C could be the play.
Right there.
Definitely is. Chow's waiting. He's going to grab the one, and then with the help of another.
Spike down.
Finally, it's
C.
taken out by Lynn. For records, not gonna find it there though. Unfair, I'm gonna take it
Player
down.
standing.
And it's actually gonna be the first time that 24 Haven are gonna take a round officially. Defenders win finally. That timeout did help.
I feel like I'm having deja vu. This happened yesterday. Literally, someone camped in that exact corner, able to get an exact kill, just like that. So check your corners, folks, because seems to happen just a little bit often. You're trying to run onto sites and adrenaline's pumping. Thought it was clear. That knife apparently does not clear out that corner. FYI for you all. The knife does not clear out the corner. It was actually literally the knife as well yesterday. So interesting.
Come on, let's go.
That is deja vu then, yeah. Well, Slandy's gonna pick up another one. Yep, there you go. Nicely done by Slandy. That was the run it back too, so just gets bopped back to where they started, and he's gonna come in later. Hopefully for more kills. Does feel like 24 Haven starting to get some momentum on their side, 4-3 in their favor of the agents left over. You know, Spike nowhere close to being planted as Gen.G really respect that little bopping of their two players and pull back, reconfigure their push.
Configuring to the A site with Cypher posted, cams prepped. Do you have Slandy with all of her utility available to try to defend the push? We'll see if they'll be able to make it.
Last player standing.
Nicely done. Bernina's gonna
down
get two,
A.
leaving it just
retreat.
down to Lily. Has a spike. You know, there's 3 points here that you can plant the spike.
Okay.
Oh, hello. And just picks up Slandy like
30
on the
seconds
way.
just on the way.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna go over and throw a picnic and then just kill someone on the way. Yeah, there's other sites that you can try and sneak to. And even though woman went down in the process, is the kind of sneak has kind of worked, as C is going to be the plant. And Lily might be able to turn this around. The flashbang is good. The kills, not enough. Anna takes the defuse.
Hey, but that was quite an impressive way out to get that one pick to make it that much easier, a 1v2, and was almost able to pull through. You saw the Molly coming out trying to make sure no one got her on the plant, and then yeah, the flash trying to take both out, but it's kind of difficult to do a 1v2. So at least 24 Haven able to get one more point on the board for this half, and A looks to be the play for Gen.G.
They are up against a team with 4 ultimates, and Gen.G could actually even get the whole 5. Since Tyra's at 6 out of 7, so orb, kill, or something. So that's scary. But Lana on 24 Haven does have the operator. She's not in the right place, however, as it is the A push.
Flashbang.
Seems to be clear. Firmer with some of their utility. Maybe a retake from 24 Haven.
Spike planted.
Up against still 4 ultimates.
Right, they do have this operator prepped, but is not the best for a retake unless people walk into your crosshair.
Tyra just was hot-handed to death. I was like, I saw her health bar decrease. I wonder what the heck would make that happen. There you go. So that actually is a 3v2. 24 Haven. Oh, now it's 2-2. I say 24 Haven might have a shot, but now it's the operator on the retake, as you said, kind of difficult. She's going to trade it out, actually. Might be perfect. Nicely done. Bernina ends up picking up the last 2 of Gen.G with still time to defuse. I don't think, actually. No. That's going a little too fast.
Oh!
Last player standing.
Wow. So close. 0.37. Oh. What a way to bring up my heart rate. Okay. I thought 24 Haven was gonna have it. They had the numbers up. It was looking like a good retake, but weren't able to get on the spike in time. Yes. I mean, at least Gen.G didn't invest too much into the round, only put out KO's ultimate, which was helpful in shutting down any attempt to stop the plant. But yeah, Gen.G able to come out clean with full rifles and 3 ultimates available. This lead is looking quite comfy at the moment.
And what really hurts about that, too, is not just that it was like 3 seconds off, but they lost the operator. You know?
Yeah.
Couldn't even pick that up and run away, realizing that there wasn't going to be enough time. That's another punch to the gut. And so you have half of Team 24 Haven on pistols. Oh, okay, less than half, but not full armor. You know, they're actually still buying. I'm gonna hold on. They're thinking. They're thinking through this one. What do they want to get while the timeout is active?
Hey, well, like we were saying, Gen.G has this very comfortable lead. And 24 Haven on a bit of a mixed buy as a result.
They'd finally decide on, you know, yeah, a couple of light armors, Sheriff and a Ghost. Yeah, very, very mixed. I mean, for Gen.G, and is only holding on to a pistol, but they do still have all those ultimates to work with. And overall, just better guns. Slow and steady as they rotate back into what seems to be an A push. Nothing from 24 Haven to let them know that. Cypher can't really aggressively push any information. It's got to already be planted.
Drone coming out, though, is a sign that there's some action at A. So 24 Haven pushing through the B site, probably going to pinch them as they try to spike.
I know exactly where you
Even knowing exactly where they are. Thanks, Cypher. 24 Haven. Might have to actually kind of even wait that one out. I only have so much time to do so. Renina picks up 2 before being gunned down. So that's a 3v3. Lana get the headshot on Tyre. And they still got time to get the defuse. This is certainly possible for 24 Haven. They want to stop the momentum. They know they can. They've gotten a couple of good wins. They almost got the last round as well. They know it's possible, but they don't want to repeat. You don't want to run out of time as you finally take everyone down. So they got to go now, but that's actually going to be terrifying. Oh, wow. Flynn actually injured herself jumping down and didn't get any kills for it as Chow picks up the kill. But the spike, again, it is going to be defused this time. There you go, making up for the last round.
Yeah, definitely feeling a bit better about that last one. Making sure someone was on the spike before trying to chase out the other 2. So able to get 1 more on the board. Bit worried because, you know, when Lynn is the last one alive, gets to be a bit scary. She's no clutch, but at least 24 Haven was able to recover that. Making Gen.G opt for a save round. We see only sheriffs coming out, so we'll see if they decide to be a bit more aggressive considering.
Spike down mid.
Luna Fox actually able to find the spike carrier. I mean, it's not no man's land though, so Spike's still could be heading in maybe towards. Oh, it may not matter. Lynn guns down 1, but then gets gunned down herself. It's 3v3. Make that 3v2 in Gen.G's favor. They still have the spike, and it is going to be that B plant. Kind of just force their way through the middle.
Spike planted.
Goodbye.
Done.
Cage triggered.
Just
Where is
thing around that.
everyone hiding?
Be Renina's alley.
Okay. With all the information, can they actually do this?
Knocking them.
One enemy
Nice.
remaining.
Chow found Carly just not looking the right direction. That is going to be another pickup on a round for 24 Haven.
Renina doing, I just call it a happy dance.
It's good.
She's been cleaning up on a link, making sure to
Last round before the
stop
switch.
any rotates, making things a bit difficult for Gen.G. But Gen.G were on a save
I should play some Astral
and
Stars in
made
this
it a
reality.
bit expensive for 24 Haven as we go into the last round of the half. But not too bad because they're still able to buy an operator, full set of rifles. So at least able to defend themselves appropriately against Gen.G for this C site push. So the operator, let's see if it catches up.
Still, there's a lot of room on this particular map to back away and still have a nice angle with that operator. So kind of with one shot, but she'll get another shot. Literally another shot. As that also is information for a team to either, you know, consider moving over to C or try and catch movements from Gen.G. I don't know. It's all of Gen.G though. Slandy is about to run into 5 members, but with a spray
Spike down,
through the
attacker
cyber
spawn.
cage, able to find 1, but then teammates get knocked down. Reduced down 3-3. And it is going to be a hurried movement from Gen.G over onto the A sites. See if 24 Haven can keep up.
Wow. I mean, the drone is supposed to be able to catch out information, but I feel like this round and the last, they've just barely caught enough information, and the faulty information has been to their detriment.
Planted the spike.
Trying to get some shocks in. Oh, actually does. And then gets the information.
Cage
A little
triggered.
bit of the location reveal. Gen.G. Actually, not all defending the site. Actually, might have to. Anna, not on her own quite. Lily's back there looking for kills too. Not gonna find any though.
Remaining.
Hannah still picks up two. Gonna went around the box. Gets knocked out by Chow. Chow actually gonna set down some utility. And it is, oh my god, ult on ult action. Hunter's Fury at least stopping the defuse. No, jeez Louise. She's actually gonna try and go for it. Okay, alright. All 3 shots have been done, but the spike is still gonna explode by the looks of things. She just simply ran out of time.
Oh, no.
Man, a familiar story here for 24 Haven.
So
Switching
close.
sides.
So close. The Cosmic Divide coming out trying to block any vision, but when you got the Hunter's Fury and you know where the spike is, yeah, you pretty much can't stay on it. So Gen.G able to clutch that round out, keeping this lead as we go into the half. But like we said last map, it's, you know, a chance to reset. 24 Haven now on the attack. This map tends to be a little bit attacker-sided because of the 3 sites. Well, it kind of depends on the teams and the stats and all of that, but that's just a logical thought on the map.
Yeah, neither one of these teams actually seem to prefer this map, at least for the stats we have on them.
You mean not Haven for 24 Haven?
I know, right? Stats are giving me though. You'd think so, but no. Alright, some duels happening here. So far in favor of 24 Haven, as they also plant the spike, and then it's continuing to go in favor of 24 Haven. So attacker favored indeed. Levy's gonna try and get in here. I don't know about it though, I don't know. Barrage.
Radiant kill.
Nicely done. With the help of a teammate. Made it a little bit easier. It's still up against 3, and the spike's starting to really get close to detonating. Chow up on top, not going to find any kills there. Terry was well aware of that particular position, and now it's down to Luna Fox. Might be able to get Lily, and does indeed. It's just going to spray rapidly through. Oh, darn, that was close.
Oh, close. I would be so tilted at the moment. That was just a second earlier. That smoke was quite impactful coming out from Kyrie. And wow. Again, you see the KO ultimate, or not ultimate, the knife being that useful with both the attacking round and the defense. Able to make retakes quite easily because not only are you able to shut down abilities, you get information on who's at the site and a general info on kind of where they are on the site, and that came to play for that last round.
So KO OP. Pick every single time in my matches. Gotcha.
Sounds about right.
Oh, Luna Fox finds Lynn kind of looking backwards. Or look forward, sorry. I got myself reversed.
Spike planted.
It's again 24 Haven have a decent start. See if they can carry through with the B plants. So interesting to see the map with the B site and the C site. Oh, some picks going on either side, starting to favor Gen.G. Kyrie about to take out Chow.
remaining.
Oh, but then also gets taken out. Looking to her left. Is Lana? Well, can she actually do anything here? No, she cannot. The defuse is happening. There is still Lily waiting to protect the diffuser. Yeah, it is going to be Gen.G now at 10 points to 4.
Okay, stretching that lead even further. Not surprising that they won the last round, but Gen.G has been picking up a few bonus rounds as well. It's not what you want to see for having 24 Haven stay in this map. At least 24 Haven made it a little expensive, so Gen.G not on a full set of SMGs, but the sheriffs, we saw them almost win a round with sheriffs. So yeah, they can make it work.
strong guns, even if there are pistols. It's pretty scary. Especially if you got the accuracy. Alright, it's gonna be that C push. Carly not able to pick anything up. Oh, Anna actually picks up 2, 3, 4.
Spike down.
Hello. And now it's just poor Luna Fox who's kind of protecting the rear, forced to get back in. So, okay. Maybe not, maybe not.
Shot dart.
Able to clean out that
Revealing
corner.
area.
Trying to get some information to see if it's even possible to get the spike, but things are looking dim. We still are waiting to see if an ace can come out.
True. Give it to Hannah. Let her have the ace.
Right. But health awfully low. Let's see if she checks the corner, actually.
Caught one.
Oh, she tried to jump over it. It didn't work.
you
So the
forget.
ace does happen. I mean, I think it was going to happen
Killer.
a bit regardless. But Hannah's going to get an ace. Put that on your resume.
Yeah. That should be a line, you know, how many hours you have in this game. Count of aces, count of clutches. I think
This
that's
is
a
a
pretty
nice one.
impressive stat none the least. Gen.G continuing to impress us with their holds onto site. You can see all of
This
the
goes here.
crossfire, making it that much more difficult for 24 Haven to push onto site. And yeah, going to the A site, but 2 members waiting for them and already suppressed thanks to KO.
Thanks, KO. Super cool. I mean, they can walk around, I guess. They can walk back. Don't have to stay suppressed and try and fight with it, too. It may even look like they're going towards B again. And kind of checking things out at the very least.
Tripwire destroyed.
Get pushed up on the A site. So still trying to get as much space as possible to deny 24 Haven access to the A site.
Haven gonna get a lot of information. Well, hopefully. With this. No. Oh, yep. So the hand is waiting anyways. It's a tripwire. So the Fox is able to actually kill
Oh,
the kill.
okay.
Hot hands with the gun. Ooh, run it back. Maybe in an awkward position. No, it's gonna be okay. They do take off Lynn. They're gonna be able to plant on C. 4 members left for 24 Haven. Just down to 2 for Gen.G. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if KO really is overpowered.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, well now it's only KO. It's only Lily, so let's see if she can crack up. No, it's good. It's good for 24 Haven. 5-11, still an uphill battle for them, but they really started to actually look kind of, really close in these last few rounds. They haven't won every single one of them, but it's definitely been closer.
Much closer, and that's what you need because you want to at least do damage to Gen.G's economy. You don't want them to be in the lead and be comfortable as well with pretty big wallets. So yeah, the approach onto the sites have been quite coordinated. You can see them trying to clear out angles before their approach, and it's been working, kind of well. But Gen.G, look at this, already pushed up all the space and going to close in on 24.
Wow. Oh wow, yeah, very aggressive. A bit limited on their guns. Gonna try and reduce the wiggle room. Hello. We're gonna do something there, but ooh! Renina talking a lot about her. She actually is leading the charge on the kills, so continues to. That means that 24 Haven might just be getting another plant. Another point, maybe.
Oh, no.
Gen.G can say anything.
Ooh, that was scary. I thought Carly was going to get the best of her, but able to close down all the
Spike
flanks.
planted. Last player standing.
Well, Hannah, this is the type of situation that you do just back off and hope that they run into you. So that is, in fact, going to be 24 Haven, bringing it up to 6-11. And now I really do believe in the comeback now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot closer. We do have a pretty good round coming up on the half of Gen.G, though, with all of those ultimates going to be online. So Gen.G's not going to go down without a fight. 24 Haven's definitely going to have to continue to string these rounds together as they have. And try to give Gen.G that run for their money.
And it is, you know, a lot of the times their money. They are the reigning champs, so they're looking for that first place finish again, or at least top 2. And it looks like 24 Haven is, if not putting a little bit of a damper on things, I mean, at the very least is giving information to other teams that might be facing Gen.G later, whoever wins the other match that's currently going on.
Yes, this should do.
Oh,
Painted a grim tale yet, though. They really are doing a great job bringing things back.
yeah, you're right about that. With having such a close game, Gen.G's having to pull out all the stops, so giving the other teams opportunities to scout things out, figure out how they play the KO, and see if they can shut her down.
Corner, voted good at that. Well, and then Terry just kind of shoots through smoke and knows that someone else might just be there. Is gonna wait in that corner. No, not gonna wait at all, actually. Just posturing, rotating, realizing that C might just be the point of plants. The next intention for 24 Haven, who, you know, the previous rounds they've won, they've been able to get some early picks. Not so much here. It's the reverse, actually, especially as Lynn grabs
remaining.
one, Hannah another. Currently as well. They grab 2. And then things favorably for Gen.G. Now 12-6.
Match point.
What does 24 Haven have now? A lot of ults. And still some pretty good guns. So that's not necessarily just game over, man, right here.
Right, it's not necessarily game over, but Gen.G looking awfully comfortable with those 4, almost 5 ultimates to try to keep them off the site.
Where are you?
We haven't even seen Lynn bring out an up and still having
I
that
have retrieved the
significant
spike. I've
impact
dropped the
at the
spike.
top of the lobby. So 24 Haven has their work cut out for them with this slow approach.
Well, the Fox gonna bring out the Hunter's Fury, try and find a couple of kills. I mean, oh wow! I was gonna say injuring some people, then it actually finds Lynn.
Shock dart.
Knows that someone's back there too. I mean, I said it, you know, the rounds that they had just been winning, it was like with an early pick on someone important, so there you go. Back situation where 24 Haven has gotten points on the board before.
You are divided.
Cage. Where is everyone hiding?
Cosmic Divide coming in here to really make things complicated.
Definitely. And they don't seem to be acting on it, though. Might be a fake. And Gen.G does
Standing
not
ahead.
act on it. They're staying the course. So we'll be able to defend this B site just fine.
30 seconds
Nina
left.
takes another one down.
planted.
Spike gets planted in B. And Gen.G's, they got 3 members. They have some of their own ults also ready to go. Well, one less. Shao takes out Tyre. I don't know if Gen.G is actually planning to push this here. Slandy's about to find Charlie
Enemy remaining.
and get the kill. So yeah, definitely not going to be any room for Lily to find a pick, find even people running away. She just retreats entirely back home.
Yeah, retreat's trying to save that weapon, it seems. 24 Haven retreating out the back entrance. But yeah, that's great that 24 Haven able to stay in this map. Gen.G still having 4 ultimates available for use, and we do see the operator finally coming out, wanting to close things down. Gen.G is not playing. But 24 Haven is in a good position though. They do have the knives and they have the neural theft if they need to use it. If they're able to get a pick and try to figure out which site is less heavily concentrated, that would be their sign of things to go.
Actually traded out the operator. So nothing there. They're going to push aggressively. Just that rifle. Is going to find Vernina or dashing away. It does feel like whoever gets the first kill is the winners. Let's see if 24 Haven can turn it around. Quickly do so. I mean, they grab Lynn. in revenge pretty darn quickly. And now Carly in a corner, gonna look for a lineup. Slanty knows. Let's see. Oh, okay. I don't know about the way she approached that, but regardless, Chao's there to finally clean things up. And it will be a C push by the looks of things, as we have evened up on the agents. This is, again, the last possible opportunity for 24 Haven to bring this back. I mean, this is high stress. They're already down a map. They're on their last potential round of this one, and it is single elimination. So it's a lot to think about while you're trying to find some wiggle room, trying to find some
30
place
seconds
to
left.
plant this spike.
Down a map. Remember, this is single elimination, so they need to put it all on the line. Gen.G has 2 ultimates available, already popping the ult. This is going to be a difficult way to plant the spike.
Oh, yes, it is. And there it is. As soon as you say, this is going to be difficult. Boom. Gen.G, or just get rid of the remaining members. Take the 13-7 and the 2-0 in the best of 3 series to move on into the playoff semifinals. So congrats to them. Another situation, though, where I think they definitely were the favorites, but the underdogs showed us just how it can still be close. There's still fire there. It's not just one and done, always 13 zeros.
Exactly. Definitely 24 Haven giving Gen.G a bit of a rough time. We did have Gen.G as the favorites. Both of us have Gen.G as favorites going into this series, but 24 Haven doing great work to try to make them work for it. So Gen.G 2-0 for the series, moving on to the semifinals. We don't quite have the data from the other map, so we don't know who the semifinalists are, but I'm assuming we'll be able to find that out on Battle 5. Not now, probably in a few minutes.
Soon, right? Yeah. I'll always trust. Well, I was gonna say Wikipedia, but it's been a little untrustworthy. And I feel like I'm part of an old age where people don't use that website as much as I usually do. So I guess I'm the boomer coming in here, Delta, and you're the zoomer.
Oh, not quite, but yeah, there's a multitude of resources available, fortunately, for Valorant. Everyone trying to keep up to date in terms of what's going on with what games are being played. So many games being played this weekend, not just with the Game Changer series, but with VCT as well. So fortunately, we have a lot of resources available to figure out how things are going.
Yeah, I think this is actually going to be the end of the broadcast, guys, if I'm reading this correctly. So that is going to be Gen.G 2-0 over 24 Haven. We just said it. On Haven, I think is where I got tripped up. And then we had Just Breathe defeat Moon Raccoon's Black, which, I mean, both not really surprising results as those teams move on into the semifinals, but their opponents gave them more of a run for their money than we were anticipating. So with that, we're going to close it here. I mean, thanks for a brilliant cast, Delta. Thanks for carrying me through this. And any last words from you?
No last words. I'm just really happy to be casting and watching just great Valorant. These ladies have been improving so much over time, and I'm just looking forward to see what they're continuing to bring for those moving on to the semifinals, and we'll want to see who ends up being the reigning, if Gen.G can be the reigning champion for the Game Changers Academy.
Going to be the question. The returning champs, can they do it once again, or is one of these other contenders going to be able to stop them short? You'll be able to find out what the situation is back here at this channel at a similar start time, same start time, I believe, tomorrow. So make sure to be back here. Make sure to follow the channel and get more action from the VCT Game Changers Academy on the playoff final Sunday. See you there.